Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. Time to talk about my iPhone 16 Pro Max that I've had since last year, October last year. I don't know that I've even ever done like a follow-up review or anything on this phone. I've just been using it. So I'm using it on Visible Wireless. You can see here, I'm using it on Visible. It's been on Visible probably, I don't know how long, probably a little bit after I got it. So this is my 512 gig version. Of this black version here. This is titanium, black titanium they're calling it. And it does come in white titanium, natural titanium, desert titanium. But this one right here it's been in my possession. It's been on this phone number. I've been using it. It's been pretty good actually. It's got a 6.9 inch display, man. We are getting so heavy often. Like eventually phones are going to be 8 inches. I mean, because they're using the same body pretty much. And they're just kind of stretching the screen, which is something I could appreciate. So 6.9 inch display, that's 2868 by 1320, which gives a really respectable 460 pixels per inch. So this is impressive. So you've got always on display, dynamic island, ProMotion technology, 120 hertz HDR display, true tone, P3 color, haptic feedback. It's just a bunch loaded up onto this device here. It's got an IP rating, obviously. So A18 Pro, I should say. And it's a bunch of stuff on this that is actually really good. And just coming down to user experience, let me just do the basics like I always do. And I'm going to start with the hardware. So this phone is the design. Yes, I know, I keep wiping. This phone is designed and it looks pretty much just like my other Max versions, I'll say, of this phone. Now I do have the 16 Pro as well, the smaller variant, so I'll follow up on that one later. But I'm technically using this one and have been using this one for almost the entirety of owning since October last year with the primary phone number that's on here. So my experience with this has been good on the hardware. Now I don't like to wear cases, if at all. I just don't like to wear cases much, and I feel like these phones are rugged enough now to where it can withstand some kind of beating. Shout out to Zach, he always tears the phones up and everything. But this one right here, you probably can't tell. When I'm speaking of the hardware, it's got a big scratch right here going up like that. And I don't know if you'll be able to see that on camera. There's a lot of fingerprints, but there's a scratch that starts here and it goes all the way up to about right there where those numbers are. And it's almost, you can't even see it really when the screen is on too much. It was in a pocket, it was in a bag or something like that, and a key hit it, or something hit it. It might have been a ring or something. I think real diamonds can scratch this. So I'm pretty sure that's probably what scratched this screen. It's a diamond or something like that. I'm not sure. It was in a bag though. A pocket, I was reaching, I don't know. But it's got that big scratch on there. It's been there probably for the last 4 months. I don't even know. But it doesn't bother me. I typically had a screen protector on here, but at that particular moment, and I just took the screen protector off that was on here. It was a matte screen protector. I dropped it recently and it cracked the screen protector. Now at that particular moment, it was the one time I didn't have a screen protector on the phone. So I think it's holding up pretty well overall. The rear of the phone is still nice. It's just got normal wear and tear. It's nothing really damaged on the phone. So these phones are getting and have gotten, I should say, to the point where, again, this is why I just don't like to wear cases. I like to feel the devices. And this is a big phone, man. This is a 6.9 inch display. And so the phone has to be a little bit bigger, you know what I'm saying, to be able to compensate for that big display. So overall, the product itself, the hardware, I think they did a great job on this. I can't take that away from them. They did a phenomenal job on the hardware, the durability. The design is boring, obviously, on the back, but hopefully we see some changes on that. Shout out to Grant S. He posted something showing the iPhone 17. I won't spoil it for you guys, but yeah. Yeah, man, the hardware on this thing is strong. You know what I'm saying? Drop tests and all that stuff, I don't do that. I just naturally, if something happens to the phone, it just happens to the phone or whatever. So I like the hardware on it overall. No complaints. But hoping for some new changes on the rear of the phone at least. But when it comes to the software, I'm on the latest software. I got out of the beta program. I was in the beta program for, I don't even know how many years. I just was in the beta program. And then I didn't like one beta happened back on 17, I believe, or at the beginning of 18, I think, when it wasn't out, and it just totally screwed up the phone. So I got out of beta, and I just haven't been on beta since. And so I've just been using the software as it comes when it updates, and I'll report that yeah, it's fire. It's nothing's wrong with it. It's doing good, man. So software is stable. iPhones have stable software anyway. So this is just a thing. They're always gonna when something goes wrong with an iPhone, typically it's solved pretty quickly. And I don't have too many complaints about the way Apple does things with their software. Very stable, performs well, very powerful. There's not many phones out there that are as powerful as this phone. I've been actually, now I don't game on phones, but here is the iPhone 16e, and I did a backup from the E. This is a 512 gig as well, so I backed up from these phones, but I eventually ended up removing all these useless games that I had on here that I just wasn't good. But I've been playing this Pure Sniper on this device, and it's been holding up like a champ. Apple's processing power is great. It's not many cell phones are going to be able to touch what Apple is doing here at all. It's just not gonna. They're light years behind. Snapdragon, all those. I know they're good processors for what it is, but just the Apple Silicon, it's just so many things you can do with it and throw at it. It's just unmatched. And so keeping an iPhone around, it's a good thing, man. I mean, I can't really say that I've been disappointed in any way with the performance, the software, anything I can throw at this phone, man. It just does not let me down. That's just what it is. So yeah, hardware and software meshed up perfectly, son. They are on point. No complaints whatsoever. Now you get into something that I think is important. I need to check my battery degradation because I don't typically check my battery degradation on these devices. I just get into it and just use it. So let me go into battery here. Let me check my battery health. It's still at a capacity of 100, and I've got 131 charge cycles. I thought I would have more than that because I started using this in October, as you can see. So November, December, January, February, March, April. So it's been 6 months. Wow. Okay, so 6 months, 131 charge cycles. I charge this a lot though, so I'm surprised that it's only 131. Unless that's a lot, you let me know. Let me know if that's a lot. But more importantly, my capacity is still at 100. And I look at and I think my capacity on my phones typically lasts longer than some people say. Well, your capacity is still 100 because you're not using it. No, I'm not using it the way you use yours. Some people might be on things that I'm not on, like they might be doing a lot of heavy gaming or something. They might be doing something on apps that drain the battery really fast. With me, it's typically phone calls, a little bit of social media, believe it or not, just a little bit, but it's typically phone calls with me. Lots of FaceTime with my peoples that are not here locally or whatever. So it's a lot of stuff like that. I mean, really, I use these phones as phones. I do a lot of phone calls. And I'll put it on the wireless MagSafe charger at night. Sometimes, sometimes it'll sit there for days, and I'll just be using my Bluetooth when I'm talking on the phone. I don't even realize it. I'm like, oh, my phone was still in the room over there. So maybe that's why my count is 131 after 6 months, going on 7 months or whatever. But I don't know. You tell me if that's a low cycle count, because I'm not really keeping track of that. As a matter of fact, let me check. This phone over here has been in my possession for almost a little over 2 weeks. Let's go to battery on this one. Let's go to battery health. This one has 9. So in a little over 2 weeks, I've got 9 charging cycles on this. This is over 6 months old and it has 131. So regardless of the charging cycles, the capacity is still at 100. And I genuinely really enjoy the battery life on this phone. Even though this iPhone over here has a big battery, this one is just beast mode. It's beast mode. It really gets down on the battery, and I just can't complain about what Apple has put together on this Max model. Even the Pro model that I bought, the smaller Pro, it gets phenomenal battery too. So the way this is optimized versus the way this one is optimized, I don't know what they're doing. But what I can tell you is, kill a battery on the Max. Everybody who has the Max, you kill it. You're killing it on the battery. I know you are. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This thing is a battery beast, and I have no freaking complaints about it whatsoever. So yeah, price is something that, because after a while, folks, there's really nothing to discuss after that. Like, okay, so it's good on software, it's good on battery, the hardware, I like it. The performance is good. I can touch these cameras in a second here because these cameras are beast mode. But overall, price is going to be the only thing. And I paid outright, for this. I forgot what I paid for both of them. But nonetheless, they were expensive. They're 512 gigs. But I did get a discount. So I do get my government and military discount, stuff like that. So I get a pretty nice chunk off of it. But it's not that much. Yeah, price will be the only thing I think is questionable on iPhones today, but they're not changing the price. So they've gotten hip to that. It's not even worth them changing the price anymore because they're going to sell regardless and they're going to make money, and they recycle the same hardware. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to make money long term. They're making billions of dollars even if they don't change the design or raise the price. They still got so much of this hardware right here laying around. They could do that. So I wanted to follow up on this phone, man, because this thing is stable. It's as simple as it's just stable. Okay, I'll get into the cameras. So I got this camera button right here. So this is where I live right here, 4K 60 HDR content. And this is where I just think the best of the best. Other phones I've used HDR with, they are good, man. Something about the way Apple's processing is. I think Apple has an agreement with all social media platforms. They're going to push out their content the best for HDR. I don't know what it is, but I shot a quick. I'm about to probably get my Tesla wrapped, and this is the color that I was thinking about doing. And I was at the wrap shop or whatever, and this is just shooting this quick little snippet right here. These cameras are they're good, man. There's not much that I could say bad about Apple's cameras. They're just really, really good. Simply put, this is a well-known fact at this point that they have great cameras. And what do you do with what do I say to people when they ask me what camera did you use? Most of the time when it's HDR content, it's an iPhone, and it's either this iPhone, and now it's becoming the new one that I've been using. This has the same type of quality, but I really like the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Hands down, it's one of the best phones on the market. There's no getting around that in the United States. That is because I like my OnePlus 13 so much. Yeah, and the HDR content on that is good, but I don't know. The OnePlus 13 has better portrait video to me, and several phones have better portrait video than this phone. But I just got to say, man, I'm super happy that I got this when I got it when it launched. It's been really solid. Again, for the scratching and all that stuff, the body's a little banged up on the glass, but other than that, it's still a solid phone, man. And there's really no complaints about it for me. I think it's worth. I think if you get this, get at least the 512 if you can, because if you plan on keeping it until it breaks and shatters, and then you just keep renewing, just keeping the same phone, you don't plan on upgrading or changing to the next model, get at least the 512. You'll thank yourself because the storage is cool. You know what I'm saying? You need to have it at your disposal, even if you feel like you're not going to need it. You get to recording those long ProRes videos, or you start doing some serious content, you could do it with a 512 gig, and your YouTube channel will be banging. It's your man Jay. If you guys enjoyed the iPhone 16 Pro Max, phones that you think I probably don't have anymore, I'm still rocking with this daily. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.